What the fuck was that? Okay, I forgot how to start these. It's been like a week or so. Thank you guys so much for joining us on the Leftover Popcorn Podcast. I am your host, Damian Luneman, and not for the first time. I didn't post that one because I'm a lazy piece of shit. But for the first time, I guess, for audio listeners, I have a guest today.
So, guys, my name is Kyle Wayne Rash.
Wayne's World. I didn't think that or make that connection, but that's wild.
Yeah.
So, you were on the podcast before, but obviously I didn't post it because
You're a lazy piece of shit.
Because I'm a lazy piece of shit,
Exactly.
and because it's hard. But this will be the first time the audio listeners get to hear you, and that I have a guest, so I'm super excited about that. And we're just gonna talk about a bunch of shit because this month, at least for us as friends and as like
Criminals.
people who hang out, and yeah, as criminals, I guess, we have some stuff coming up, and that's what I wanted to talk about. Like this past week, the only thing that I have been thinking about is the Halloween party.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
And I mean, it kind of sucks now hearing the story that you told me before we started recording this, because I was so damn excited, because I even talked to people at work and I was asking someone, I was like, what do you guys think is the biggest party of the year? Is it like your fucking birthday, whenever you throw a birthday party? Is it New Year's Eve? But honestly, nobody said it, but I think Halloween is the biggest party of the year.
I would think so. It's definitely been, like, last year.
You don't get dressed up on your birthday.
Party.
But yeah, like...
No.
I don't think I've ever been to a party. This might sound lame to some people, because some people might be like, dude, I've been to a party with like thousands of people. But seriously,
We live in Arkansas,
we had a mini Project X party.
Yeah, it was, it's weird when you tell it, because at the time, me, Damien, and Alex, we lived in a small apartment on the second floor.
3-bedroom, but it might as well have just been 2-bedroom.
Yeah, it's a big apartment, but it's a small, like, living space in general. And so, like, when I tell people the amount of people that were there, it doesn't sound like a whole lot. But in this apartment, we were...
How many people do you tell people
I
we
would
had?
say, like, 30,
35. 30 is where I live. Like,
Yeah,
whenever
like,
I'm telling people this story.
But that's a lot to have in an upstairs apartment.
But that's what that's what I think, like, when I think of, like, Miss Candy's house, like, when I used to live with Zach, 30 people in that house, it's
Nothing.
like, that's just like a small soiree. Like, you're having, like,
that's a
wine
kickback.
tasting. But in, like, the area, the per capita, like, in that group, 30 people in this square footage of a 3-bedroom apartment is fucking wild. And we say 3-bedroom, but no one's in the bedrooms. Nobody's in the bathroom. They're
So
only partying
living
in
room,
the square
kitchen,
foot, the living square foot.
And
Yeah.
the little... Yeah. It was,
So I was I'm not excited now, but I'm still excited. But I was just thinking about like partying and drinking or whatever, and I'm not gonna not drink, but it does lessen a little bit, because I was like, dude, me, Kyle, and Alex get to host a party again. I mean, you guys are hosting it, but I was like, it'll be cool. We can all three drink and party and stuff like that. That kind of sucks, but.
Yeah, they have no idea what we're talking about.
They have no idea. And you don't have to go into deep, but you can definitely tell them what's going on.
So, basically, last weekend, I got a DWI, driving while intoxicated, for those of you who don't know, and I hope you don't, because you never get one, because it's awful. I just had my court date yesterday, and I'll just give you just the one thing. I basically have probation for 6 months, which means I can't, with surprise drug and alcohol testing, so I can't do any drugs, which I don't do anyways, including marijuana, and I can't drink, which was a shocker to me. Like, I didn't think that was a part of probation. But
like not being able to drink?
Yeah, like most people when they are on probation, it's just like marijuana.
I guess it's because
drugs.
of the what you were
I guess, but I have friends that have a DWI that was not the case for them. They could still drink. It's not like I'm driving. My license is
like you can't like that's pretty weird, because you'd think, like, I get it if you were to tell yourself, okay, well, I can't drink on probation because my offense had to do with drinking,
right?
But you were drinking while driving. It's not like you were like disorderly in public or something like that. Then they're like, hey, you can't drink anymore, or whatever. But the reason you got a ticket is not because you were drinking. It was because you were drinking while you were driving. Right. So you'd think if you eliminated half of it, hey, well, just don't drive. We're going to take away your license or whatever, then that would be it.
Fine.
But
Yeah.
take it, dude. Just let me drink on Halloween. Dude. Let me get fucked off.
Yeah. So I can't drink or do drugs for 6 months. And so, yeah, I'm still very, very excited to have all my friends of different groups and cities and just to meet each other and for everybody to get drunk. But I can't do that. So it's...
But we can still hang out and have a good time.
Yeah. No, it'll be fun.
Yeah. It's just so depressing. But no, that's funny that you say that because like I didn't know there was 30 people at that party, but I knew maybe 5 of them.
Yeah,
I knew maybe 5, and normally that's a problem with me. I'm like, dude, I need to know who's in my house. But for this one night, I was like, I do not care. Tell everybody.
Everybody was just drunk as shit.
Also, me, Alex, and Kyle had this weird like. Super like narcissistic and kind of sociopathic like ideal over it because we wanted like a lot of drama to happen because there was a lot of people going that knew other people that didn't like other people and that had relationships with other people. We were super stoked.
Oh yeah, we were like, I hope somebody.
And they didn't know about it. Like we weren't like, hey, by the way, this person's coming. We were like, dude, when they get there and they see them, which is super fucked up. We were doing the whole like. In hindsight, it's super fucked up. But just like that party, I think we could have that many people again.
Oh yeah, easy.
We could.
Well,
obviously there's people that we wouldn't invite again, but we could fill those voids with somebody else.
I mean, I'm inviting a lot of people from work, so
yeah. See, that's
the people we wouldn't invite now. Those slots are already filled.
those slots are full. But yeah. So I don't know if we drop like an address or whatever, but people know.
We'll do the whole like hit me up for details.
I was gonna
if you're interested in coming, I'll tell you. But if I'm not interested in you coming, I'll just ignore your direct message.
So we won't give an address, but if you're listening to this podcast, you clearly follow one of us on Instagram and or Facebook or whatever. So if you want to have a party and you want to come, not have a party, if you want to be invited to one, and you want to get drunk and watch Kyle not drink, then that'll be the place. But
I'm gonna be the dad.
Also, I could be thinking about it way too hard, but I think before I've told you, like I remember telling Andy before we fucking got pulled over, which I want to have him on the podcast because I want us to tell that story. Yeah. I want me and him together because I always tell it by myself. And I never get to have his like side of it. But I told him, and I've told Violet, when I was a kid, like, like you wish you could go back to school, and you were like, if I know what I knew now in high school, I wish I could do that because I'd be a much cooler kid. Like I'd be a much like suaver guy. And I remember always telling Violet, even Alex, and I think I've told you that like I wish I was like a DJ in high school and that I played music during pep rallies like that I made. So like a GTA song, like a famous GTA song or like a famous Zoo song like Dreams, I wish that was my song. And like I could play that at pep rallies during like whenever the cheerleaders would dance and the football players would go out there and people were like, dude, did you hear that fucking banger that Damien had at the pep rally? And like clearly that's not going to happen because I have no musical talent whatsoever, but I do somewhat have a talent for picking music in a certain order. And I have actually, so you guys have allowed me to make a playlist for the Halloween party.
Right.
So I'm super, super excited about that. But I think maybe I am taking it way too seriously. Because I kid you not, I have been like stressing and like I did it like while I was at work. Like I was up at the front like desk where like our bar is, and I was hiding my phone, like putting music in certain places.
Just at work.
Dude. I was like, dude, what fucking comes after this song? Like, what would be a good banger to come after this song? And it's a lot harder. I know this might sound stupid, but it is a lot harder than it seems to make a playlist because one thing that I always remember is there was this girl who would always come to our parties or whatever that we would have, like me and Alex, and I would always be the one to play music because Alex likes music, but he doesn't search it himself.
Right, yeah.
He doesn't like me and you.
Yeah,
that's
he just
what
listens to it.
Me and Alex connect on movies, me and you connect on music. But like there was this girl who would always come to these parties and she would always say, play something that I can dance to. Because me, my music isn't really like, I like weird music. I like music that other people can be like, what the fuck is this? This is weird, dude. Like I don't want to play a KLAZ banger. Like I don't want to play, Girls Like You by fucking Maroon 5. Like even though that's a popular song and everybody would agree.
Sorry.
Everybody would groove.
Pitbull, dude, every day.
Yeah, I don't want to play those songs.
Yeah, of course.
But I was telling Violet, I was like, that is probably the hardest thing. And it's such a character trait, I guess, of me. But making a playlist, the hardest part is not only choosing songs that I like. Stepping back for a second and having to be like, I don't like this song personally, but I know everyone else at the party might lose their shit if they hear it.
You have to have some, like, like some rap music.
You gotta have, like, classic bangers. Like, you have to. I'm not saying that these songs are in there, but if you go to a party, and again, I'm not saying these songs are in here. The playlist will be a surprise.
Of course.
But like if you were at a club and they were playing some songs and you're like, these are good, but then they played like Tipsy, you'd be like, dude, this is fucking dope.
For sure. Or like
But you would never listen to that song on your own.
No, never. But like but you're drinking
and you're having fun.
And you're just like, this is dope. Like that song, I would never play this in my car, especially because I can't drive now. But like that song, it's Tyga and Offset,
Rex?
I think.
Oh, like newer?
New.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. I've seen the music video. Yeah.
Dude, that's a banger, dude. Like, if
but
I was
you would
drinking,
never listen to it.
Oh no,
yeah.
But like, if I was at a party and it played, I'd be like, hell
so
yeah.
Perfect example. I think Violet said the same thing about like Lil Pump. Like, not Gucci Gang, because I think that song is always bad.
Fuck
but
that
like,
song.
He just came out with a new song with Lil Yachty or Lil Uzi Vert, the Millionaire song.
Oh,
I don't like it. No. But if I heard it when I was drunk and I was partying, and other girls were like going to dance for it, I'd be like, dude, this song fucking rocks. Like, whoever chose this song rocks. And like, I'm trying to separate myself from everybody just saying, wow, Damien, these are really good songs, to being like, oh shit, I love this song. Like, let me dance. Because I mean, you could do both, I guess. Just pick a good fucking song that people also like. Yeah. But I'm also, like, choosing them from my playlist. And the funniest thing is, I was thinking in my head, who said it? I was talking to somebody at work, and they were like, well, don't you just have, like, your playlist, like, with all your songs on it? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, why don't you just put it on random and do that? And I was like, fuck no. I was like, absolutely not.
There's so much shit on there I don't want people to know I listen to. That's my case anyway.
Very true. And also, I don't want to fucking be like, have a banger by like Danger Incorporated and the next song be like an Iron and Wine song.
No.
Be like, what the fuck is this? Why is he talking about missing his family? Like, I don't want that.
Right.
Plus, Halloween, the songs are supposed to be like dark and moody and like put you in the feel of.
Yeah. That's why Danger Incorporated is actually perfect for Halloween.
It is perfect.
By the way, have you heard their new song?
Yes.
Fucking love it.
You don't think it's on there? You don't think it was like the first fucking song?
You know what
it's
else
Halloween!
Is on there? You know what else is on there?
Huh.
It might not be because it's not Halloweeny, but fucking Bobby Raps and Corbin's new song. Boy.
It's on there.
Do you like it?
Yeah,
I love that song.
It's on there because their other music is on there.
Ooh, I'm peeking. Sorry about that, guy. I'm so sorry.
It's on there because their other music is on there. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to kind of keep this flow, and I kind of sounded, again, like a sociopath when I was talking to Violet, but I was like, I want to, like, actually change people's moods when they're at this party.
Right.
Like, we play certain music to like set the mood, because also the funniest thing and the weirdest thing is when you're making a playlist, you don't want to repeat the same songs. And it's also funny because when do you start the playlist? Do you start it when I show up and I go, okay, let me plug up the phone real quick and hit play, or do you wait until the party starts?
I don't know, because like,
and especially since I'm making the playlist, I am choosing these songs in a certain order. I know some people will hear these songs and be like, yeah, these are just a compilation of huge songs, but I am actually spending time deciding what is a better first song to hear than like a later one. Do I put Casting Spells early because it's a Halloween song and the opening is quiet, it's just vocals? So I thought, dude, the first song being walking fast, blowing smoke, ATL, making money, moves, and then the groove, and I'd be like, shit, dude, this is dope. Or do I save it for later in the party when no one's paying attention and the music's just going, and then you hear walking fast, and you're like, and then the groove starts, and you're like, oh shit, dude.
Well, one thing, I mean, unless you say
sorry for this cough, guys. I'm sick, by the way, and I'm sorry it keeps cutting in. Shit.
Unless you say no, or like you can't or whatever, I think I could eliminate the problem of like you arriving, because I was gonna like try to get you over here like beforehand.
Which I didn't know when the party was even starting, so I don't know, because I'm going to work, but we close at 10.
Oh, you don't get off till 10?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Can you not work a morning?
Well, I haven't made the schedule yet, but the problem is everyone's going to want to fucking call out at work. Everybody. No one's going to want to work on Halloween.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
just know I'm
super
going to be
tough.
off, so...
Yeah, I might try to just work morning or something.
Because I was thinking about having, like, starting early, because a lot of people have to work, like, Thursday morning and stuff.
Yeah. What, last year, did we have it? Well, yeah, we had it on Halloween. That was a
Yeah,
huge
but I don't
thing for
remember
us,
when it
because
was,
nobody wants to have a Halloween party when it's not on Halloween.
Yeah.
It's like celebrating Christmas, like, 5 days after Christmas. It's
5
like
years?
5 days. You're like, dude, we missed it. We missed our cue, dude. We should open presents a little bit ago.
It's well, that's like the day before New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
5 days later.
Yeah. But also, like, there is still songs. I could still show up to the party, and I'm not putting every song I know into this playlist. It's just a Halloween playlist. So there are other songs that I could play before I start the playlist. Because also, little teaser here, little information. I am adding, like, sound effects and, like, Halloween stuff into the playlist in between songs to kind of, like, bridge them or whatever, like screaming noises or something like that to kind of, like, get the mood, especially during, like, a Danger Incorporated song. It's gonna be fucking dope, like, especially like a scream right before. You always walk around graveyards and scare people. It's super dope, dude. But
I wish you guys could have seen the visual for that. That was incredible. I wish you
sure. But it's just funny because there's so many things that are, like, going through my head because it's not done. Because I think right now I have, like, 93 songs on there. And I know some people might be like, dude, that's 93 songs. Like, that's a lot of songs. But when you're at a party and you're drunk and you're not listening to music, those songs go by like that. Yeah. And also, I'm not picking music so people don't talk and they only listen to music. That's not the point. I want people to talk and have fun or whatever. That's why the songs that I'm picking, mostly, like Danger Incorporated songs and songs like that we like, they're all like 2 minutes long or like 1 minute and 30 seconds because they're only bangers. They're just bangers. So like 92 songs, it sounds like a lot, but it's really, I think the longest song on there is a fucking Bobby Raps one and it's 6 minutes long. But that's 6 minutes while you're drinking and partying? Nothing, dude. That's one conversation. We've been doing this podcast for 17 minutes. I wish I had another one. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's super weird, but cool, and I'm super excited. There's some stuff because there's songs that, like, because that's what we always used to do. We'd, like, get a new song, and be like, have you heard this? But I can't show you any new songs, Kyle, because I want you to hear them.
I know. Well, I can show you. I have so many new songs.
Well,
and I can show you.
And then I'll just have to keep a straight face and be like, yeah, that's not in the playlist.
Well, I already know 2 that are in there that I.
Yeah, well, shit. You're fucking just pulling it out of me, dude. You know. But yeah, I'm just super excited. And if you guys are listening to this podcast and you guys are also excited, let us know because we probably have room. I'm assuming this kitchen's fucking huge.
Yeah,
dude.
This is a big place.
And I am going to be off on Thursday, so I don't give a shit if anybody else has to work, dude. I'm throwing down. I'm getting crank as fank. I'm doing it.
I can definitely just stay up as late as I need to.
Yeah. Are you gonna have to work Thursday?
No, I'm just saying that's all I can say.
Oh, that's all you can be like,
say,
dude. I'm not gonna sleep.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't work Thursday, so I get fucked up. You know,
I don't work Thursday, so I don't have a bedtime.
Right.
Fellas.
I'll go to sleep at 5 a.m.
But this is still on the topic of Halloween because, my God, for some reason now, not for some reason. And I raised it for Alex. This is different. I could see his face whenever I said it last time. But a couple days ago, last time I was here, I was saying that, like, Halloween has become my favorite holiday because of last year. And because of that one event and, like, the lead up to it. And we decorated our apartment. I got a Snapchat reminder. Like, hey, this was 1 year ago today. We decorated our fucking apartment on October 2nd. Because that's how excited we were. Jesus you had your hot dog costume on the 15th of October. Which...
That's crazy.
Dude, that's 15 days before Halloween.
16.
Yeah. I don't know if it was at a midnight or whatever, but it's just crazy. We were so damn excited for that. We made the sign. We made the playlist. Oh, we had to take fucking professional pictures for our, like, advertising for the party.
That's so
and
crazy.
It worked. The craziest thing is that it worked.
It worked.
The craziest thing is 10 people didn't show up, plus, like, one of our moms. Like, a family member that was like, oh, hey, what's up? You guys are having a soiree? No, it was fucking 30 people, 35. 30 plus people came to our house.
Yeah. It was crazy.
And like
it's just people I know, and they don't know each other. It's like my friends from Arkadelphia are here.
The whole party was just, hey, this is, and this is.
Yeah, and it was dope because everybody just got along so well.
So well, because when you're drinking and you're partying,
yeah,
everybody gets along.
Well,
but when you're on the topic of like Halloween, Violet was showing me this video yesterday, and it was making me so damn upset. And I said it in my last video, and I'm not gonna get in anything like too personal or whatever, but it was this guy, and he was talking about Halloween because I wanted to get your take on this because I was saying that Halloween is one of the most popular. It's the biggest party of the year, I think, but I think it is also the second most popular holiday to Christmas. Obviously, Christmas is the most popular.
Well, besides holidays that are specifically designed to party, like party. Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. Right.
Well, they weren't designed to party.
we have altered them.
Well, it's not even our country's holiday.
Okay, so that's a perfect
partying.
It's a perfect segue into what I was talking about. She was showing this video where this guy was saying that we shouldn't celebrate Halloween anymore, and obviously it was a religious video, but he was just saying like, you know, because of the pagan traditions and like witches and like ghouls and goblins or whatever. And my argument was telling Violet, like, without putting like religion into it whatsoever, is it was like my thesis on the whole thing, because you've heard that a lot, not your whole life, but most of the time it's like, hey, be a little iffy on Halloween, okay? Like parents trying to scare kids by, you know, all the stories that came out about like the razor blades being in chocolate, which never actually happened, and if it did, it only happened because people started talking about it, just to scare people away from doing Halloween. And this guy's view was definitely from the religious point of view, where he's like, you know, it's pagan traditions and we shouldn't do that, and it's all like sin and whatever. But my thesis was, I was talking to Violet and I was like, look, Violet, holidays have changed for the worse because like kids our age have altered them. So like a perfect example is like Cinco de Mayo. Like even you just said like, well, it's not for partying, but we party now. And like some holidays have changed for the worse because now we don't respect what it's about or whatever. You could say Christmas has kind of become that. Like we're losing sight of what it's the point of. But I think Halloween's the opposite. It started as a bad thing, but now we, as America and as people, have changed it to be a lighthearted thing. To be, it's just kids dressing up as fucking Fortnite characters getting candy.
And then you got like your early 20s, like us, like just getting together and having.
And
like,
we just want to see girls dress up as fucking demons and angels and look sexy.
You can't come into
drunk.
our house unless you're dressed up. You know, if you don't have the Halloween spirit, you can't come in.
And that's the thing that upsets me. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there are people, you know, like that worship Halloween and they like love it for the wrong reasons. I would say wrong reasons, but like, dude, these kids that don't know any better, that don't know the bad reason about Halloween, why tell them? Why ruin what I think is a great holiday? Bias aside, you get candy, dude, and you get to dress up as a character from a TV show or a movie or a cartoon that you've always wanted to be. Right. Why take that away from them? And that's what I was saying, because for me, I am on the complete other side where I'm like, dude, it's just, well, now it's just a day to party, get drunk, and dress up.
That's it.
And the video was making, like, I was like, dude, I need to talk to like Kyle about this, because I was like, I can't be the only person who right now, that thought doesn't even cross my mind. The ghouls and the witches or whatever, and like the worshiping set, like, when I think about Halloween, I think about candy.
When I think about
candy
Halloween,
bad? How are you gonna make candy bad?
All it is candy, dressing up, and you think about how much shit you're gonna have to go to Dollar Tree and fucking buy to decorate your house.
Also, what a perfect drop, because Dollar Tree, dude, if you want to get Halloween decorations.
That's where this shit comes from.
They're just dollar.
Me and Tori are getting together later today. If you'd like to come, help us.
To do it again?
We're just gonna get more. Well, she just got all this shit by herself, but we weren't gonna hang this up until we got everything else.
So for the audio listeners, because you guys are only audio listeners, we are in the slow process of decorating the house for if you guys come over, and the inevitable party we have with or without you guys coming. There's already some decorations up, but there's obviously plenty more to be had, because I think for Halloween, dude, decorations you can never have enough.
Never.
Christmas. Okay, you could be like, dude, you got wreaths all over your fucking house. Like, dude, here's Christmas lights way too much. Like, it's blinding me.
There's so many mistletoes I can't walk through your house.
Why do you have 8 Christmas trees?
Aren't you married?
Aren't you married? Is this a setup?
Who are you trying to catch?
But like Halloween, there's never enough blood, paint, stickers, or skeletons.
Looks like shit.
But at night when it's dark in here,
Yeah,
and you
we
have
got
the lights
going.
or whatever, it'll be cool.
Yeah.
But I wanted Alex to like weigh in on that too, because again, I don't want to like get into that, but him being a very Christian man and like would without a doubt be against like witches or whatever. I have never seen somebody more happy to dress up as Deadpool in their entire life and celebrate Halloween. But that's because it's not about that anymore.
He gets,
it is not about that anymore.
And I'm sure he knows as well, just as well as we know, that yes, there are a lot of people that celebrate Halloween for those quote unquote wrong reasons.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have to deal with that. Nobody we know
has to
likes Halloween.
I promise you, nobody that he knows does that either.
Yeah, you'd have to fucking and also if there are people that do, it's probably in private or with their friends that feel the same way.
Yeah, like whenever
they're not like telling everybody like, "Hey, I fucking I don't know what."
Whatever.
That
See, we're so disassociated with that. I won't even know. I don't even know how to pretend to be a character that worships Halloween.
Yeah, me neither.
It's because
but basically we don't have to see that. We don't have to deal with that. So someone raised the way that Alex was raised.
Which
he just sees Halloween the way that I think everyone should see Halloween.
It's just you're just getting candy. You're just dressing up.
Yeah, it's just I'm gonna, dude. I can't drink, but I'm gonna eat so much candy.
Oh my god, I already have, dude. I've already been buying candy. I'm eating way too much, way too much. I also don't have a Halloween costume picked out.
Yeah, you should do that.
I know, and I have the Spider-Man thing hanging up.
8 days.
And I was just making comparisons. I know. That's what I told Violet. She was like,
"You better
just
go to Party City Thursday, or whatever the hell it's called." What is it called?
Wanted to go today.
I mean, we can.
But yeah, but you guys are doing the thing. You guys are going out.
Yeah. How long does that
I'm sure
take?
Alex would want to go too. Does he have a costume?
I don't know. Also, I don't think he's gonna be as big of a part of the Halloween of the party as you think he is, because he can't get off Thursday. So he works at 7 a.m. on Thursday.
Oh, whatever. You just fucking...
Well, because he has to take off to go to Thanksgiving to see his family.
Oh.
But anyways, they don't care about that.
You guys don't care about the inner workings.
Sometimes, dude, I get so caught up into this, it feels like I'm literally just talking to Damien.
Which is good, yeah.
That is good.
Because that was my worry with like other people. If we had a camera sitting here, they'd be like, yeah, like what are we talking about? Like,
we're over here touching each other. And
and you guys can't see shit, dude. We're fucking macking on each other.
Making out.
You just can't hear that. We're super quiet.
We're super good about it.
We're super quiet.
It's like we're not even stopping talking.
There was something else that I wanted to talk about. I made like notes about it in my phone. Isn't that stupid? Okay, so I wanted to talk about this, but I wish that the segue would have been better. I just wanted to talk about, because we were talking about like people actually
segues are weird. There you go.
Yeah, actually worshiping like Halloween and stuff, and I wanted to talk about ghosts and how I don't believe in ghosts and you believe in ghosts and like how that's weird, because talk about again how I'm so disassociated with that. Like I don't believe in ghosts, so I'm not. And I know there's some people that will be listening to this that are like, what the fuck? Because that's not something I'd walk around and say, like, hey, I don't believe in ghosts. And, like, when I was a kid...
You're like, okay, who are you?
Who are you? What the fuck? I went to high school with you. I don't respect you anymore. Because...
You're still alive?
Well, I was having... Violet said something in the car. She was like, so you don't think that... She'll bring it up randomly. Because she believes in ghosts hardcore. And, like, which I think everybody does. I might be the only person in the world. What are those light reflections up to right there? They're fucking jigabooing, dude. And
it's ghost.
Can I say that? Can I say jigaboo?
No, you absolutely cannot.
Didn't
I apologize for his behavior.
I did not mean to. But we will be doing the most random things, and Violet will be like, "Oh, so you don't think ghosts do this, or like you don't think this is like because of ghosts?" I'm like, "No." And I think last night she was like, "So you don't think ghosts like blow open doors or something like that, or like knock shit off counters?" And I'm like, "No, I do not think ghosts are knocking my things off the counter." I think that they would have better things to do than knock my keys off the counter.
Well,
because she calls me, she's like, well, Damien, you don't believe in anything. And she's like, can't you have fun? And she calls me like a skeptic or whatever. But I believe we landed on the moon. I believe that dinosaurs are real and stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I've just seen some shit that
You've seen some shit that
could not be otherwise explained. Yeah. It's not like you see the ghosts.
I was going to say, because nobody has ever seen a ghost.
Yeah, and if you say you do, shut the hell up.
Yeah, you can't tell me that you have. But I will not debate the fact that people have. Like, I'm not that guy that's like, you didn't.
Dude,
no, you
something
didn't.
else.
No, you didn't.
Small earthquake.
Yeah, small earthquake knocked your keys off.
But I can tell you, like the shit that's happened to me. Like, I was at my buddy Clint's house when I was in junior high, we'll say. And we were just sitting in there playing NCAA, probably 11. I don't know. 12.
The last one, dude. Those were the days. Remember when they made fucking NCAA games?
Yeah. When did they stop?
Well, they did stop. You were aware of
No,
that,
I'm
right?
saying
I'm not
when.
breaking the news to you now.
You are, yes. I'm saying, when did they stop?
Like, I think 2011. My friend Zach would know.
Jesus Christ.
They stopped because the players were upset because you can't put their names on there because they don't get paid.
Oh, yeah.
Players were super pissed because they were like, put my fucking name on there. And then they're like, well, we can't because copyright law and we'd have to pay you and we're not going to pay you because you guys are college students.
Right. Oh, well. Anyways, back around then, I was we were playing NCAA.
Use that as your timestamp. When would that happen? I don't know. Whenever the last NCAA came out. Whenever it's not related to
always
that,
use things similar to that.
Yeah. See, the last time I went to Burger King was, I think, like, whenever the last NCAA came out. Whenever Blade 2 came out. But anyways, you're at your buddy's Clint's house. You're playing NCAA.
Oh, actually, hold on.
Fuck.
Before we move on, so we're talking about weird like timestamps.
Sorry, guys.
They I used to use my firstborn niece Kaylee. I used to use her birthday. The timestamp I would use was the release of I think it was Modern Warfare 3.
So, like, people would ask when she was born or how old she was?
I don't remember now, but then I was like,
just say.
or no, I think it was beforehand, and when is her due date? Mm-hmm. And that's what I would do is Modern Warfare 3, because I love Infinity Ward, and yeah.
Also, damn, dude, you're just bringing up too many. I went to Redbox and I rented Black Ops 4. Mm-hmm. Because Red Dead Redemption comes out on Friday and I can't wait that long to not play a fucking video game. So I was like, I need something. Give me something to play because I'm just staring at my TV. I'm fucking bored. So I went there and I haven't bought a... I'm about to do it. I haven't bought a Call of Duty game since fucking the first Black Ops. Because Black Ops 2 my brother owned. Mm-hmm. And I just played that one. And I think Black Ops is my favorite. The first Black Ops is my favorite Call of Duty.
Sorry.
But
no, I'm just kidding.
Black Ops 4... Honestly, wow, dude, we're just going off topic, but I guess it doesn't matter. That's the point of the podcast. It's only 30 minutes. We have plenty of time to keep going. Jesus. I was a Call of Duty hater since Black Ops 2. Since then, every game, every Activision, every Infinity Ward game, and every Treyarch game, I was like, dick. Battlefield is always better.
Mostly I just didn't like Treyarch.
Yeah.
For me, personally. But.
Black Ops 2, Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 3, all of those, I was like, dude, fucking stop making video games.
All of them except for Remastered.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare Remastered.
And this isn't going to be a review of Black Ops 4 by any means.
Please don't.
Because, like, for those who don't know, for those who know, there is no campaign anymore because they realize no one's fucking playing those.
Who cares?
Modern Warfare 2 was the last one.
Soap and everybody.
Yeah, like the important characters, the ones that actually were written good, done. Ghost and Shepard and all that.
Exactly.
So there's no campaign. Now you just have multiplayer, Blackout, the Battle Royale mode, and then zombies. And I stopped being a fan of zombies after the, 100th time I played it. Horde modes are just not for me. And I know it's zombies and people will say that, but it's a fucking horde mode. That's what it is. It's you do the same thing over and over again and fight the same enemies. Don't get me wrong, it's fun for a little bit, but I was never a fan. But even that, dude, this is the best Call of Duty I have played since I forgot to mention World War II, which I didn't play because I was so disinterested in it at that point.
It's so
and I remember
fun.
you saying that.
I think that if I bought it and played it, I would get tired of it.
Same.
But I played it with Jason.
So that's what I was going to say is I forgot to take it back because it's fucking Redbox and I still haven't taken it back. So they're just fucking charging me. I'm probably just going to keep it. It's $3 a night. I'm not even going to feel that until...
$3 a night? How many days do you...
So, they had a deal going on, which is kind of a fucking steal, by the way, guys.
Well,
I know Redbox is kind of dead. Well, they're not dead because they still exist because there's plenty of people who still go to McDonald's and rent a movie. But honestly, if you don't want to buy a video game and you want to play one... So, the reason I rented Call of Duty was because it's just multiplayer. I just play, and I don't care anymore about it. Like, and none of my friends play. The point of buying a game so early back in the day was to level up over your friends. to prestige before your friends. And now we're all adults. We all do other shit. No one's like, oh, fucking Kyle, I'm a prestige before you. And you're like, yeah,
Unless
I worked
it's
3 days
Fortnite.
yesterday. Yeah, unless it's Fortnite. Yeah, I did something before you. But so if you go to Redbox right now, you can rent Call of Duty Black Ops 4 for $3 or for $7 for 3 nights. And I was like,
$7 for 3 nights?
are you kidding me?
Jesus
Imagine if you had 3 days off to play just Black Ops 4. You would get, which here's the negative, you would get everything you wanted out of that game in 3 days. That's my problem with Call of Duty games, which I think you're right. If you would have bought World War II by 3 days, or maybe not 3 because that's pretty short, but by a small margin, you would have been done. You would have been done. You would have experienced everything you could. And don't get me wrong, I think Blackout is awesome. Super surprised. Like, it hurts me to say that I like it. That's how much I don't like Call of Duty. And that's how much when I saw the Battle Royale mode, I was like, that looks fucking bad, dude. Like, it just doesn't look good. But it's actually fun. It actually works.
I've watched Shroud play it a couple of times, and it looks pretty fun.
However, the people that say, because there are people out there that have said that it's better than Fortnite, and I'm like, no, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Because one thing that I hate, and everybody hates when they're playing any game, is downtime. Is walking from one place to the next one. Right. No Battle Royale game has done that better than Fortnite.
Right, just 1 second.
Yeah. I'm just going to have a coughing fit.
No problem.
We'll just edit that part out. Or keep it.
Good timing. Who cares?
So, no game does that better than Fortnite. If there are no enemies to fight, and if there's a place that we have to get, there are rifts you can build for fun. You can just dick around with your friends and stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong, there's vehicles and...
There's shockwave grenades.
Yeah.
There's clingers now.
But, dude, it reminds me of PUBG. Whenever you're, like, mid-game and you've just killed 2 people wherever you landed, and now you have to run across the map, it's still boring. And in Call of Duty, a game where you don't have infinite sprinting, which I don't know why they still haven't fucking just done that. Battlefield has done that forever. You're an elite soldier and you can't run for longer than 2 seconds. But anyways, in a game like Call of Duty where you're just and then you stop, it's boring as fuck. But don't get me wrong, when you're in a gunfight and you have that twitchy, fast pace like Call of Duty, it's fun. But it's just going to the next enemy that's kind of boring as shit.
Yeah.
And I was not expecting
I don't know. I haven't played it, so I don't know. But I'm not going to buy it.
No.
Like, it looks fun, and I hope I get to play it somehow at some point, but I'm not going to buy it. I don't care.
Yeah. Which
kind of could buy it right now.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to.
And I wouldn't advise it. We fucking 3 days until what I would think is going to be the greatest game of all time comes out, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Redemption 2?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, until Last of Us 2 comes out.
Well, yeah.
Boy, tell me that gameplay trailer is not one of the best you've ever seen.
I couldn't make up a fake argument to argue with you. I don't. I agree. I think it is the best gameplay thing that I've ever seen, and it's only because. Now, don't get me wrong. The engines are completely different. Red Dead isn't trying to be the most realistic. No, it's made by Rockstar. They love the ragdoll effects and the running like you're a fucking mannequin on stilts.
You can't really compare them unless you just say which is going to be a better. Which is going to be a better in general. Yeah.
But like, I think that about both of those games. Those are games that I don't have to see anything for. I know the people making them, and I know their previous work to where they will not fuck up.
No.
Name me a Rockstar game that's bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, you fucking can't. Or a Naughty Dog game, dude. Every Uncharted, whether or not the second or third one is like lower ranking than some people, it still innovates.
Dude, tell me Uncharted 4 isn't one of the funnest story modes you've ever played. Like,
so you saw that I bought it.
Yeah,
whenever,
it's incredible.
Whenever I bought the PlayStation, I made sure, I told Violet, I was like, to make buying this console worth it, I need to own every reason to have a PlayStation.
Yeah.
So I bought The Last of Us because it was only $20.
Yeah.
I bought Uncharted 4 because it was $20. I bought fucking Bloodborne and I bought Spider-Man for the PS4.
Yeah, and you'll get
Last of Us 2.
Yeah, of course. Dude, I played the Last of Us 2 campaign 3 times.
It is incredible. It is the best campaign I have ever played.
I would say it's the campaign is damn near flawless.
Damn near flawless, without a doubt. And
every single mission feels like I don't know how to
explain
it.
I don't know if you
it.
guys have not played that game and you don't know what we're talking
4
about.
Is so A Thief's End. Is that what it's called? What was that?
I don't know.
There's
a
ghost.
Thieves End, yeah. Uncharted 4. For a guy who loves like Indiana Jones and who loves like swashbuckling adventures like that, Uncharted 4. I know we're now like merging between Uncharted 4 and The Last of Us, but Uncharted 4 is great and made by the same people who made The Last of Us.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is I think The Last of Us is a better game than Uncharted 4, and Uncharted 4 came out last fucking year or 2 years ago. The Last of Us is that good. It holds up today. I cannot imagine what the second one would be like made next year for next-gen consoles. Dude, I'm so excited. So damn excited, and that's why I'm excited for Red Dead 2, because I know that it's Rockstar, and I know they changed the world with GTA 5, and I know they'll do it again with a game about cowboys, which I arguably am more interested in than a modern-day setting.
Isn't GTA 5 the highest-grossing piece of media ever?
Ever.
That's crazy.
Which
More than any song, movie.
Anything.
Song's not that hard, but
yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
Because think about how people purchase video games. Like, and the prices of them, you know what I mean? Yeah. But even that, dude, it's rated M for mature. And it is still the highest grossing piece of media ever. Parents had to buy it for their kids because their kids wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. Because you need to play that game. If you're a gamer, it is like it is a quintessential thing. Like, if you cannot say that you've never played a Mario game before.
Yeah, you can.
You can't. At some point in your life, you have to.
One of my favorite games of all time. Mario 64.
It's damn good.
Boof.
Boof, dude.
I've never
Pass
played
the
a bad
boof.
Mario game. I'm sure there are, because there's 732 of them.
Yeah, they're endless, dude.
Like what is it called? Sunshine.
Oh yeah. Alex would know.
Phenomenal.
Alex would know. He would name drop that one for sure. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. But it sucks because it comes out Friday. I work a double Saturday and a double Sunday, so I won't be able to play it. I mean, I'll be able to play it that midnight, like Thursday midnight into Friday until I work Friday night. But then after that, I don't get to fucking touch that game. And it's gonna fucking hit me hard, dude. Because I'm excited. I'm excited for that game. I'm excited for that game like I'm excited for a Star Wars movie to come out. Because when you have a hobby like that, and you know that something is coming out that's gonna change that hobby arguably forever, is fucking wild.
Yeah.
It's like if you played Frisbee. Like if you Frisbee was like your fucking sport. Like
I understand.
Yeah. Like if it was like your favorite sport and then they came out with like a new Frisbee or like a new rule or something like that, and you're like, dude, it's gonna fucking change everything.
Well, this is a weird example.
Yeah.
I think Star Wars is the perfect example. Because as soon as a new movie comes out, it can't possibly be the same.
It can't. Yeah.
Because it'll either change what's current or what happened in the past. Yeah. Like you find out what happened in the past. It's crazy. That's the perfect example.
It's
Star
super
Wars.
cool. Yeah, not the Frisbee one.
Yeah. First of all, nobody's main favorite sport is sorry
to all of our Frisbee listeners.
Frisbee golf, ultimate Frisbee. We apologize. Which, by the way, ultimate Frisbee.
Yes, that's pretty cool. It's funny though. Every time I watch one of those videos where like people are playing ultimate Frisbee or like crazy Frisbee catches, it always looks like the lamest shit ever. Because the Frisbee, when you look at it on video, the Frisbee's going like this, and you're like, why is that cool? But then you see them like dive for it and they catch it right before it hits the ground. And you're like, yeah, but the thing hovers, like it's going super slow. Yeah, but you have to be there.
You do it in real life.
Yeah, you have to be there. You feel like fucking Superman doing. You're flying. Not that I've ever flown forward and do that. I don't care about Frisbee that much.
Donovan has Frisbee golf in his backyard.
I thought you were gonna say he has a video game. Have they ever made a Frisbee golf video game, dude?
I'm sure.
They make lacrosse video games. Who sponsors that and allows that to happen? Who plays those?
Lacrosse, the LFL. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, they're like paintball games. It's literally you're just playing a first-person shooter game.
The MLL.
Just Major League Lacrosse.
I don't know.
Is that a thing?
Who plays that?
I don't know.
Was that like Canada mostly or something? Have you ever played rugby though? That's some fun shit.
No. See, that's the other game I was going to bring up.
Super fun.
A game that just has that niche market that nobody will ever.
Yeah, and this sport that I'm about to mention, it does make a lot more sense. But probably the most fun I've ever had playing a sports video game is playing hockey with Donovan. Oh my god.
It's cool, dude.
Half the time I don't know what the hell is going on.
It's cool as shit.
But it's so fun. When you just smack some dude into the glass, you're like, oh,
and like
bitch.
whenever they added like the fist fighting mechanics
So
or whatever,
sick.
it's like first person, you be like, bah, bah. That's dope, dude.
So fucking cool.
Boxing games though too. They don't make those anymore either. But like Fight Night round 3, round 2, stuff like that, where like the sweat mechanics were like the big thing in sports games at that point. And like whenever you punch somebody, the sweat would like bounce off their face, and you're like, oh. And now we're so beyond that.
Oh, dude,
it's unreal.
The Last of Us 2. Those graphics.
Yeah, oh my god, it looks so
I've never
good.
seen grass look so cool in my entire life.
Yeah. Or like just so whenever I first saw it, I hadn't played Uncharted 4, which is the newest Naughty Dog game. And watching the game trailer for Last of Us 2, even Alex was like, it doesn't look real. Because some of the things that the character is doing, clearly, it's too seamless. Like when she's sprinting and she picks up the bottle and throws it, and you're like, how can that be a mechanic in the game?
Yeah.
How can the game know that you're picking it up at that time? And I thought that Alex was right. Like, it doesn't look real until I played Uncharted 4. That game does stuff with your character, Nathan Drake, when you're running and dodging bullets and stuff like that. That is too fucking real.
It's insane.
It's too good. The grappling hook, and then when you, like, get near somebody, you do that, like, Superman punch. You punch them, and then their gun flies in the air, and then he catches it. And I remember seeing that, and I was like, how? How do the coders in a game know, how does the game know and register that, hey, if I'm grappling and I land near this guy, Nathan is going to proc a Superman punch, I'm going to hit him, and then catch his gun when it's in the air.
It's crazy. It's like red hot. Honestly. But one of the crazy ones to me is, how many games have you played to where you always, like, you appear to always have the same amount of arrows in your quiver.
Yeah. Well, the first Last of Us.
And the game also has an amount of arrows.
And yeah, the game, yeah.
I hate that. In the Last of Us 2 gameplay trailer, she has 2 arrows, and she pulls one out, and then there's just one.
Yeah.
And then she pulls one out, and then there's 0.
And then when she goes again, she's
that
like...
seems like nothing, but...
It's the smaller shit in video games that gamers
yeah,
notice.
and you're right. And she reaches for one when she doesn't have one, and notices she doesn't have one. That's insane.
And then she takes one out of that dead body, and it's like... Normally in a video game, she would do that, and for audio listeners, you're not going to know what the fuck I'm talking about. But like where a character just leans down towards the dead body and just does like a grasping hand motion and picks up an arrow. But in The Last of Us 2, she like puts her hand on his chest, pulls out the arrow, and then puts it in her thing. And it's like that one moment, that 10 seconds, gives this game a fucking A+.
It's like or like they'll do the Assassin's Creed thing where he just puts it right here behind his back and it doesn't go fucking anywhere.
And you're like, how big are your pockets, my guy?
But I was that was weird that I was just said Assassin's Creed, because I was gonna bring up another thing, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about because you made me look at this. But I just really appreciate the small things that people do, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
In Assassin's Creed Origins. Where basically you're walking through like hay or like grass, and if you walk slowly, you know how you can, like, instead of like putting the stick all the way forward, you put it like halfway and you walk. He reaches his hand out to feel the grass, or
like the tops of it, like the gladiator scene.
It's insane. Like it's so crazy.
It's the small shit that I love. Laying on your back in Rainbow Six Siege, and you can see your legs.
Yeah.
It's the coolest shit, dude. It's the little stuff that like no other game decides to do. It's not that you need to. It's just that when a game like the game company like Naughty Dog goes, well, why don't we have her not be able to get another arrow if she doesn't have any, and like actually show it. It's that little attention to detail that puts it above most other games that you play. And speaking of that, do you have any interest to play the new Assassin's Creed?
Not a single bit.
Not a bit, dude.
The marketing for that has been awful.
Yeah,
like,
and also
it's not so bad.
It's not a. And I know there are some people that are like, Assassin's Creed needs to change because it's getting boring, and there's like 8 other games and you do the same thing over and over, just tailing missions and assassination missions. But
the hiding spots look exactly the same in
every single game. And now, like, I guess they took that to heart, that criticism, because now it's not even an Assassin's Creed game anymore. You're not even you're a Spartan. You have no hidden blade.
Oh yeah.
There's no assassinations anymore. The assassins don't even exist. It's like 300 years before that. So I'm like, why not call it something else?
Just make a new game.
Just make a new game. Why does it have to be Assassin's Creed? Why don't you keep that? Because it makes me somebody who has bought every single Assassin's Creed that has ever came out. I own every single one. This is the first one that I have no desire. And some people would argue. Argue, well, Damon, it's because you're getting older and you're deciding, no. If that game was set during fucking like the Victorian era and I was an assassin and I had a hood and I had a hidden blade, I'd buy it.
Yeah,
I'd buy it.
You would.
Because it's an Assassin's Creed.
This is why I got bored of Origins, but they did change a lot in Origins.
Yeah,
they
still
did.
Still a good game, but
it's such a good game. It's hard as shit.
It really
is, which is incredible. Like those to take over those forts it's really hard.
One thing that I saw though, the one thing that I didn't like about Assassin's Creed, I love the leveling system. I love the RPG aspect of it.
Yeah.
But the enemies are like skill based on you. So like whenever you level up, so do they. And that happens the same for story missions. And the game, it forces you to do side quests. And it forces you to keep playing the game. And I think I saw an IGN video or something. And it was a great criticism. And they were saying skill, like leveling up, should never be mandatory in a game. A game should never be like mandatory. You cannot do this mission until you do 3 other side quests.
Yeah.
It should without a doubt be optional because that's the point of a fucking sandbox game. If I want to tackle this mission without doing this other thing, let me do that. But if you for 1 second are like, you cannot complete this story because we want you to put more hours into our game, fuck off.
Here's a perfect example. I'm currently addicted to this game on my phone. Okay. It's a mobile game. It's basically Fallout Shelter. But it's medieval times. Like you have your own castle and you build like all this shit, you know. And I am to the point like there's this one like boss that I'm at or whatever that I cannot beat. My attack rating is higher than his defense rating or whatever. I should be able to beat him. Yeah. But I cannot beat him, and I've done every single thing that I can do towards it.
Why can't? What is it?
He just kills me every time. Like I have 4 little. This is so weird. I have 4 people. I have 2 like swordsmen, a mage, and an archer, and then it's just like this one demon fucker, and I just can't kill him, and it makes me so mad.
Yeah. Because they're like skill capping you.
Yes, but like this is the worst point I've ever seen skill cap in any game in my entire life.
Damn, dude, that's tough. Yeah, that's tough, dude, and it's a mobile game.
Insane. Yeah.
It's going to be like even more frustrating because you're like, I don't care that much, but it's making me care a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, so ghosts are real. So,
yeah. Holy shit, boy, did we fucking
Okay, so I was at my buddy's Clint's house.
They stopped listening.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. They're like, ghost, fuck yes.
Ghost, sweet.
Too bad.
Why are you talking about video games for 30 minutes?
No, but so I was at my buddy Clint's house in like junior high. We were playing NCAA, whatever the fuck. And then, like, we're just sitting there playing, having a great time. Mascot.
Oh
madness.
My god, dude! You don't
you ever play as TCU?
There's nothing else to play.
You ever play as TCU? The Horned Frogs or whatever. Anyways, when you juke, he does a fucking barrel roll side.
Oh yeah, the cool ass shit.
Anyways,
I always played like the army because I like the knights. Yeah, boring ass mascot, but they're fucking knights, so it looks cool.
So his closet door. It doesn't swing open. Okay. The handle turns, it opens, it closes, and the handle turns. Okay. Same exact thing with his bedroom door. Okay. And closes.
So you're already eliminating wind.
Yeah, because what the fuck?
Wind's not going to spin something.
Yeah.
Wind doesn't have
the
accuracy or the mental capacity.
Right. So I'm like, so he's just playing. I'm looking at him, and I'm like, hey, Clint, what the fuck was that? And he was like, oh man, that's just Fred. And I was like, yeah? And he's like, it's just our ghost. And what the fuck?
What
and then,
better way to like ease your fear than to name your ghost Fred?
Fred.
That's what it is. It's like a scare
he always told me he was a nice ghost, blah, blah, blah. But we'd be in his living room and there'd be like...
Sorry, audio listeners.
Yeah. I am too. But we'd be in the living room and there would be like papers all over. And then you'd see like people ruffling through them. Yeah. Or whatever. It's not like a fan to where they're all moving. Yeah. It's like random, like around or whatever. And then, like, in his room also, he has a fan, and it's not oscillating. It's just sitting in one spot, and you'd feel like as if someone were walking past it. So, I mean, I 100% understand why you don't believe in ghosts.
So,
but how the hell?
So you want to know something super... I guess I could be fabricating the hypocrisy here.
Uh-huh.
But I think it is a little hypocritical of me because I am afraid of the dark. And you would say to yourself, okay, well, why are you afraid of the dark? And I would say, well, because I'm afraid of, like, my imagination. Like, what my imagination tells me is in the dark. And I know I might be making a leap, but isn't that kind of ghosts? Isn't that kind of the same thing? It's not the same thing, but it's like, how could I be afraid of the dark if I'm not afraid of ghosts? Because if I'm thinking in my head, like, well, ghosts aren't real. Like, that was real or whatever, then how would I be afraid of the dark? Why am I not like, it's just dark. Nothing's there. It's just fucking dark. But even though I know that, I'll still, my brain will make something appear in the corner. I'm like, fuck.
To help your side, to help you move away from being a hypocrite.
Yeah.
You aren't afraid, you're afraid of the dark. You're not afraid of what's in the dark.
That's
a lot of people are afraid of what's in the dark.
That's true. That's true.
And then also you have to remember that the idea of what a ghost is is not like
imaginary thing. It's not a
it's not like your imagination, like what could happen.
Ghosts aren't ghosts aren't
imagination. So you're not being a hypocrite. It's not the same thing. You're not talking about ghosts. You're just making yourself think that it's the same thing.
Because I just always thought that was weird. Yeah.
You're just you've seen so many scary movies.
Yeah.
And
you make that like image. That's weird.
But yeah, I would say you're afraid of the dark. You're not afraid of what's in the dark.
Yeah, that's what I would tell people too. But I guess I never made that comparison with ghosts or whatever. But I mean, that's not to say that like whenever I was a kid. But then again, most of the time I had like a moment where I thought it was a ghost. It was in the dark. I was scared, but it could have just been me being afraid of the dark. I wouldn't say it could just be. I was just afraid of the dark. So like any ghost story that I would have, I don't even know if even when I was a kid, I was like, hey, that's a ghost. I mean, okay, that's not true because of course when I was a kid, a ghost is a ghost. Ghosts are real because I'm a fucking kid. I'm watching movies and I'm doing all that stuff. Yeah. But like we used to live in this house that this guy, and of course it's like the fucking perfect cue. You have like a ghost that a person died in the house. It's like it's the perfect cue whenever you're a kid to think that you have a ghost or whatever. And I remember looking out my window, always looking out my window. My bed was like right under this windowsill. And like, so if I'm laying down on my bed on my back, like I'm supposed to be laying down, I'm laying down on my back. If I tilt my head forward, I can see the door in the corner of my room, and right behind my head is the window, which is super fucking scary. I hate sleeping next to windows. I fucking hate it. So every time I would wake up and it was morning, I would roll on my stomach and then lift up so then I could see out my window. And I could peek and like do like the old man thing where I'm like, oh, it's sunny outside. You know what I'm saying? And there was plenty of times where I would wake up too early and it would be dark outside. I would do the same thing. I'd roll over on my stomach and I'd lift up and I'd peek out the window. And I remember, and to this day, I don't know if it was a dream or if it wasn't. Because you've had those dreams before where you think you're awake and you are awake, but you're awake in your dream because the setting is the same. Which
Quick sidebar, have you ever had a dream about somebody you know in person and then you asked them about something they said and they didn't say it? It was in a dream, but you thought it was real? Mm-mm. It's crazy.
Damn, dude, that's some Inception.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time. Or vice versa.
Countdown to goodness. Dude, wait an hour. Why does Windows always wants to update? Shit, just be up to date. And I, to this day, don't know if it was a dream or if it wasn't. But I remember I woke up, it was way too early, so I'm thinking it's going to be light outside, but I look out the window and there's this, like, what I would describe him, I was way too young and Slender Man wasn't a thing at this point, but if I were to describe him now, I would say it looked like Slender Man. Mm-hmm. But obviously, it didn't exist in all of our minds whenever I was that young. And I remember I peeked out there and there was one of them. And we lived next to the woods, and I just saw him out there, and I was like, "That's fucking dude, stop!" So I lay back down or whatever, and then I lift back up one more time, and I open it. He's closer, but now there's like 4 of them, and then I was like, "Fuck, dude!" And then like I was like looking around my room, and I remember I got up, turned on the light, and then I laid back down, and I was like, "Dude, I'm just gonna sleep with the lights on." So I'm like in the bed, and of course my curiosity is just killing me, which is why I think it was a dream, because not real Damien wouldn't have fucking looked out the window one more time. So then I get up and I open it, and then there's like hundreds of them, but they're right at the fucking window. Like I'm looking into the eyes. Scariest dream I've ever fucking had, or it wasn't a dream, and I was like seeing some creepy ass shit. Super weird, because we lived in a weird place, man. It looked like the Amityville Horror House, man. It was a weird place, and it was super scary. Super spooky.
And also, when I was young, for a big portion of my childhood, we lived right across the street from a graveyard.
Oh, damn, dude.
So I fucking heard shit all the time growing up.
Whistling, or you see some trees outside.
Yeah, crazy stuff. Like,
damn, dude.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Yeah, but I don't know. To this day, since then, don't get me wrong, I've had scary things happen to me, and like being afraid of the dark or whatever. It's popped up before, but I could not tell you the last time that I saw something that was suspicious or something. Like, being as old as I am now, I haven't seen anything that I would think is a ghost. And you could say, well, it's because you're not in locations where ghosts are. Like, there's nothing that has happened in the areas, like in my fucking apartment. Is there a ghost in my apartment or something? But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
because I know Alex would have some too. I know he's got stories out the wazoo.
I don't have any reason, like,
to not
believe in ghosts, except for the fact that I don't know how to explain what happened at Clint's house.
Yeah,
that's the only thing my belief system is based on.
Yeah.
Is that. So it's not a very strong argument for ghosts are real. I'm not super into the idea of
that's
ghosts,
my favorite.
You know?
Yeah, like you don't study them.
I think they're real, but I just don't care.
Yeah,
that much.
I think that's probably the best. I'm not gonna tell you that's the best way to think, but I think it's probably the more healthy way to think, because I think it's funner that way. It's funner for conversation, because that's why I like talking about ghosts and why I like talking about aliens, because I can tell you that there are no ghosts, but the moment you say, okay, prove that to me, I'm like, okay, well, I can't.
Yeah.
Boom. That's what creates a controversial topic, and like skepticism, and I fucking love it. That's why I like talking about aliens too. Because, boy, tell me they don't exist.
They're real as shit.
But also, isn't that weird that I believe in aliens and not ghosts? I guess not. Maybe I'm just trying to create some correlation.
Are beings.
I know, but you could argue that is very supernatural and like sci-fi and couldn't be plausible or whatever, but I don't know. I guess it's where your belief in ghosts stems from. Is your belief in ghosts very religious, or is it just, hey, ghosts are ghosts, dude, doesn't fucking matter?
Right, exactly. But
because then the alien thing isn't correlated at all, because that's not how that works. And dinosaurs, if you don't believe in dinosaurs, then I think you're a serial killer.
Then again, I also, like, just like ghosts, I lightly believe in it. I don't care about it, whatever, but I do think that.
So are you the same? Are you the same?
Which that does come from a religious place.
Yeah.
Because I am a Christian, although I don't practice Christianity. Yeah. I do believe in it.
So where does the
aspects of it? Let me say.
So where does the aliens thing? How does that stem then? Is that the same?
That's just my weird.
Because it's cool, right?
But also in the Bible.
Well, what I was gonna say is,
it talks about like the others in the Bible, and I'm like, whoa,
whoa, dude, creepy ass shit. But that's what I was gonna say, because you said, I forgot just now how you worded it, but you were like, you're not like so obsessive about ghosts. And you don't care, but you think they're real.
Right.
Is it that same level of not caring about aliens, or do you really think aliens are real and you care about proving or saying that they are?
No, it's the same thing as ghosts. Like
same level.
If you bring it up, I'll talk to you. I'll tell you as much as I know or as much as I think or whatever. But I don't. Because
guess what?
Bring it up in conversation.
Guess what? I believe more that aliens are real than ghosts are real, and yet I have less stories about aliens than I do ghosts. Isn't that fucking weird?
Unless the Slender Man thing was aliens.
The reptilians are out to get me, dude. Because I know. Because I know something. But I think aliens are forever. But the reason I brought up the dinosaur thing is because I was watching the Joe Rogan podcast yesterday, and he had a paleontologist on there or whatever, and they were watching this YouTuber who believes in flat Earth and that dinosaurs aren't real. And I was like, dude, Choose one.
Okay.
Choose one to be wrong about, because the dinosaur thing is just is baffling.
Definitely real. Like what? Like,
well,
I just want to know what one.
Well, I think whenever you get into something like that, a lot of the points that these people make are real, but they're like cherry picking them. So like a good thing that the guy in the video, the guy that doesn't believe in dinosaurs, was saying, like, when you go to a museum, nobody has ever found 100% complete dinosaur. Nobody ever has found, like, all the bones put together create a fucking dinosaur.
Yeah.
So we make up the bones, or we do this, but which is a true fact based on like a small percentage margin, because the paleontologist was saying that is true, but we have found 98% of a dinosaur before. So what he's saying isn't wrong. So his followers and his believers are like, that's true. And when you Google it, it is true, but 98 fucking percent. Come on. And he was saying, like, when you go to a museum, those aren't real dinosaur bones up there. And it's funny because it's like, well, fucking of course they're not. You think they're going to put these fragile bones, but they make casts of them to put them out there. You think they're going to put real fucking T-Rex bones out in the open, dangling from a fucking
to where
ceiling?
People can just steal them.
The most fragile and arguably the oldest things known to fucking man. We're just going to hang them up from a ceiling and be like, yeah, John, we don't care. No, we make casts. We put them up.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. They cherry pick those items and then they run with that. Same thing with Flat Earth. They find one, like, fact that is like, that's kind of hard to disprove, but it's so small compared to the overwhelming amount of evidence that it's just weird. And that's what is much more fun. Sorry. That's why it's much more fun talking about aliens and ghosts, because it's so wishy-washy. Whereas, like, dinosaurs, I can't imagine not believing it. I can't imagine not believing that the world is a fucking globe.
I like the ghosts and spirits and aliens talk because it's not so scientific. Like with like
it's
evolution,
much more
like,
personal.
Okay,
yeah,
I
it's
don't need
much
to hear all
more.
your science
Yeah,
and
it's
shit.
much more personal.
It's more personal. It could be like religion based. Like your
everything.
argument could come from religion. Like,
your personality, like your
experiences. Like there's
crazy.
So much,
Yeah.
and that's why you're right. That's why it is very fun to talk about.
And that's why
my mom is someone you need to talk to about
ghost stories.
She has the craziest shit.
And I mean, well, how many fucking Ouija board stories have you heard?
Just one from my mom.
Yeah, see, I used to hear them all the time from people, like girls having like slumber parties and like their underwear go missing or whatever, like whenever they do like a thing or whatever, because they were like messing around or something like that, and it was like, you know, like the spirit or the demon like took their underwear or whatever, and that's super fucking creepy. But hey, that's what Halloween's about, dude. Halloween's all about the stuff. That's what we should do. We should buy a Ouija board.
Oof.
And like just have it, not use it, because even though I'm not religious, hey, I don't want any bad juju, dude. Put it on the wall or
Me
something.
and Tori were looking at, like, she was on her Pinterest to look for shit for the Halloween party, and somebody made, like, they just found lettering to make a Ouija board on the wall, and it was so fucking cool.
You know, it would be cool, but would be way too much work.
What?
If we did like a Stranger Things wall. If we did like the letters with the Christmas lights.
Oh, that'd be so dope.
That'd be super dope. And you just do like, I guess you wouldn't paint the wall. I guess that's stupid. But if you got stickers, even then, I don't think it would work. But I was saying, find a way to do a cool like Stranger Things wall where you do the Christmas lights and the letters. That'd be neat. That'd be pretty cool.
Or just make one of the portals or whatever.
Yeah. Well, shit, dude.
Hell yeah. That's about all the time we have.
Yeah,
Right?
and we're coming close. I'll probably hit like 120 or 130. Oh, there was something. It came up last minute, like before we came here. And I'm not gonna go into specifics, so it's not gonna be like a gross topic. But I wanted to talk about like pooping in public or like something like that. So we were at World Buffet. Shit, it's hitting me hard now.
Boof.
We were at World Buffet and I had to use the bathroom because I had just eaten or whatever, and I was like, let's just go home. I was like, we'll just do it at home. And then we were in the car on the way home, and Violet was saying something about how she used to be so against that, but then she was like, screw it, and she started pooping at like her work or whatever, and I was like, oh, it's the best feeling in the world.
Getting paid to poop?
Yeah. I mean, well, that's funny. But also, like, you like mark your territory, like when you poop in public. You're like, it's the most primal and animalistic thing ever. You're like, I shot there. That's my place, dude. I've done it there. Also, it's funny because being a waiter, like at Osaka's, you don't want your customers to know that you're using the bathroom. Period. Of course not. Ever. Even if it's just a pee, you don't want them to know. But at Osaka's, the bathroom is located where you have to walk past customers to go to the bathroom, so everybody sees you.
You just have to not care, though. You just have to try.
Well,
to not
also,
care.
I try to poop really fast.
Yeah.
I sit down, I squat, and I get up. I am not a newspaper reader when I work, and it's because I want to come out of there and customers.
When you're at work, same. But here, boy,
you'll stay
20 minutes easy.
You'll stay, dude. You'll have the fucking red marks on your knees.
Oh yeah, watching YouTube.
But like, I will sit and stand up ASAP because I don't want my customers to know I'm pooping. I want them to like me to come out of the bathroom and then go, "There's no way he took a shit. No, no way a man poops that fast." And then I go, "Fucking got him." And Violet was like, "Do you think customers actually think about stuff like that?" I was like, "Guarantee it. Guarantee they see me go to the bathroom and they go, I'm going to time that fucker."
I wonder if you wash his hands.
I come out of there. Oh, even if I don't wash my hands, this is going to be bad. Even if I don't wash my hands, because, hey, sometimes you forget. Sometimes you're busy at work or whatever. So, sometimes...
That's the worst thing ever. Don't ever eat at Osaka.
Sometimes you don't wash... Oh, fuck! If you're listening to this and you think, wow, that's fucking gross, you don't fucking wash your hands either. Nobody washes their hands every time they go to the bathroom.
Right.
But either way... I go to the bathroom and I leave, and sometimes I will do the fucking handshake thing and rub my hands in my pants to make customers think that I did.
Dude, I don't...
Is that fucked up that I won't pretend I washed my hands?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I don't think that I really do it at work very often at all.
Poop or wash your hands?
Wash my hands.
Okay.
Whoa, hold on. I don't not wash my hands at work very often.
So you wash your hands very often?
At work, yes.
Okay, yeah.
But...
That lingo right there is gonna be fucked.
Like, sometimes you just don't feel like... washing your hands.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever been at a friend's
your fucking
house?
napkin things suck.
Like, with you guys, I wouldn't care, or Jace, or whatever, but, like, not so close friends that you would be like, I don't want him to know that I didn't wash my hands, or her, or whatever. I definitely...
You've done the fake... You've done the miming.
Yeah, or if you're in public, you get the paper towels, and you... If there's somebody shitting in there, and you just finish pissing, you're like...
Yeah.
And then, like, I've done it.
You just let the water run, you stand in front of it.
I've done
Someone's in the stall. Someone's in the stall, and like
you go like this just in case somebody walks in. You're not even.
You huddle over like fucking Gollum. Like you're like, oh, let me wash my hands real quick.
For sure.
He gets out of the bathroom and you look at him and you go, I washed my hands, sir, and then you leave.
Yeah.
And then because like where the bathroom is located at Osaka's, whenever I walk out, if I haven't washed my hands, I'll do the. Flicking the fingers. I'll do the grenade hands.
Here's another one for you. So when you actually do wash your hands in public, and you could tell that the guy coming out of the stall wasn't going to, but then he sees you wash your hands, he's like, and he goes and washes his hands.
Like, if people
gotcha, bitch.
Like, people hate washing their hands.
They do.
I hate.
It's the easiest thing in the world.
I don't want to get my fucking hands wet. You ever like? It's the same thing with hands and feet, both ends of the body, dude. I don't want to get my feet wet, and I don't want to get my hands wet. You know, like when you get wet, like droplets in between the creases of your fingers, and you're like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like getting my hands wet. I like washing my hands.
My
I'll wash my hands if I need to. If like something happens to where I'm like, okay, I cannot not wash my hands right now, I'll wash my hands.
Yeah, my dad always said to me, like talking about pissing specifically, he would say, "No, I didn't wash my hands. My dick is clean as a whistle." So my hands aren't getting dirty. Also, you can use your waistband to hold up your dick.
That's what I was gonna say. What person walks in the bathroom and like grips their dick in their hand to pee?
Right.
You
can use one finger to hold it up. You can use your waistband.
That's like a king. We call that like the king's guard lift, where it's like you're like just lifting it lightly, and you're like, here you go, sir, and you just put a finger under the tip and pee. Yeah. But
you're not getting dirty.
Why do I gotta touch my dick to pee, dude?
Sometimes I do.
What do you mean? What do you mean sometimes? Like when you're in a good mood, or like?
No, depending on like I don't want to get into specifics here.
Okay, yeah.
But like temperature, if that means anything to you.
Okay.
The temperature that I'm in.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
And so I don't give a fuck. These people don't know me. If it's a bit...
It's an hour and 13. They might have stopped.
Yeah, probably. But if it's a bit shorter than usual,
yeah,
I might have to use it to push it downwards. Or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But a weird thing is, like, I understand why people don't use public restrooms, but I have never one time... I mean, obviously, I've been in restrooms that are like, this is fucking gross. Yeah. I'm not going to shit here.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll shit anyway.
I also
like I don't like. Just wipe the shit off.
I just watched one of the funniest It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episodes, and it was one of their newest ones, and it's where they were getting
was it from the 13th?
The newest, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Where they were talking about they got into a little bit about politics, and the episode was about Dee wanting to use the men's bathroom, and then Charlie wanting to use the women's bathroom. So of course it was on that whole thing, like how do we decide who uses what bathroom? Mm-hmm. And at the end, Dennis has this great monologue where he's like, "Why are we trying to make people feel comfortable in a bathroom? Nobody's going to feel comfortable taking a shit in front of someone else." And it's such like an enlightening thing whenever you think about the bathroom, whether you're at work, whether you're fucking using a public one or a private one, you are at your most vulnerable and you are at your most disgusting when you go in the bathroom. Nobody ever should feel ashamed. Well, I mean, you should feel ashamed because it's gross. It's disgusting.
It is disgusting.
But dude, if you have to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom, man. Everybody's got to do it. If you think for a second, like, wow, this is super gross, like that guy took a shit and he's at work, dude, I gotta go to the bathroom. Why do you think they exist? I'm gonna use the bathroom. Right. So are you. And you're eating your food. I'm not eating.
You just dropped a fucking bomb on me, dude. Listen to this. So I've heard hundreds of cases of people not being, like, not using the restroom publicly.
Yeah.
But the only reason why that has ever crossed my mind is because of, like, it's dirty or you don't know, like, what has happened. But is that a reason why other people don't like the not the fuck, it's hard to explain. Not the cleanliness of the restroom, but like the are people thinking I'm in here too long, or that's a thing. That's what I'm telling you. So dude, some people don't like using public restrooms. That's a fucking mind blown. Like,
so I'm saying, dude, like,
I never even thought about it that way. Yeah, because I don't care.
Yeah, right. But I
personally,
dude,
just don't care.
And also for the vice versa, like for people who think about it about other people who are using the bathroom, like, dude, nobody in the world. It's the grossest thing a human being does, and dude, just do it. You got to poop. You got to poop. You got to pee. You got to pee. Yeah. Just do it.
Dude. I have to poop right now.
Yeah.
I'm about to, as soon as we...
Hell yeah, dude.
You don't have to hurry for me.
I'll just be sitting here. I'll be super quiet. No, that's it, dude. Those are the topics that I wanted to hit. And honestly, we hit them fucking hard.
I mean, we were pretty messy. We were pretty all over the place, but it doesn't
just
matter.
When it hit the ghosts and the games thing, but...
We're just getting there, dude. We just got in there and did the thing.
Did our business. Yeah, we went to the...
just took a shit all over this podcast.
I missed call. Anyways, that'll do it. What did we talk about? We talked about the Halloween party.
Yeah.
Making a playlist.
DWIs.
Fucking ghosts.
Public restrooms.
The controversial celebratoriness of Halloween.
Yeah.
We reviewed Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and talked about Last of Us
Naughty Dog and Rockstar.
Yeah. But this will be a pretty fun episode, and I'm super glad that we got to do it.
Yeah.
It's much easier when it's just like two people, right? And it's much funner when it is two people rather than just myself talking to myself and trying to bounce off or whatever. It's tough, but I'm glad.
And the next episode after this one you'll post should be pretty
just as long as this one.
It should be pretty interesting as well.
Just as long as this one. But yeah, this will be a very hard episode to title, but I'll figure it out. But anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for joining me and now Kyle on the Leftover Popcorn Podcast. Kyle, do you have any last things that you want to say?
If you guys have made it all the way here to the end with us, I would just like to personally thank you for supporting Damien, believing in him and the things that he believes in. Thank you.
I couldn't extend that sentiment more. If you guys have listened to an hour and fucking 18 minutes of this, then that is super, super appreciative on my end. But anyways, guys, I know this is like 4 endings like Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. But thank you guys so much for listening. My name is Damien. This is the Leftover Popcorn Podcast. And we will see you guys next time. Thank you so much.